business. And even, especially in 2020, having the option that we've had for over 4 years, which is building a business from home or anywhere that you have your cell phone. It doesn't even have to be at home. But I've just been even more thankful this year of kind of my motto for 2020 has been multiple streams of income, whatever that means for you. And to me, having a business, a cloud-based business that is also free to be a part of. I don't think we talk about that enough, that this business was free to be a part of. It's a matter of literally hitting a button, switching from customer to promoter. So Stephanie and I, again, we met a long time ago, but something happened in 2016 that really kind of like got she around April of 2016 really or February actually, she'll tell you the details, but anyway, in the beginning of 2016 she really started taking this business seriously. And I remember seeing her earn her car. With us, you only need $12,000 in volume. That is huge. Most companies, it's 40,000 to 120,000 to earn a car or more. And then some of those you have to hit that for like 3 to 4 consecutive months. I mean, there's a lot of red tape. So they do make a big deal about their auto bonus because it is a big deal. And that's another thing I feel like we don't maybe make a big enough deal about our auto bonus because we earned it so quickly and the requirements are so much easier. But I've seen her get her car on social media, and that's what kind of like I've been watching Brittany Williams for a while, and that really intrigued me. Definitely was her car. So Stephanie, share with us, like, how did you get started on Thrive, and then why on earth did you even consider this business?
Well, thanks for having me on, Ashley. It's always so much fun to talk. So let me rewind back. I was in pretty bad shape and I started Thrive. And I remember I'll tell you guys, the very first time done Thrive was in 2015. I actually earned the 2-week, we can earn a really nice little cash bonus, just mostly with my family. And then it started kind of a downward spiral. That was like one of the worst years ever. I had 3 miscarriages back to back, and I was so skeptical about me being able to build any kind of business anyway that I kind of just pushed it out of my mind, even though it was like a dream of mine. And thank God he gave me a second chance. And my friend Becky, that I had talked to a lot, she was one of the people I had my nerve up enough to mention it to her. She was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's cliche, but she had a laundry list of things going on. And she was like, usually would laugh at, this kind of thing. And she gave it a whirl, and her results were just mind blowing. And I remember thinking, okay, I really don't feel like I gave this a fair chance. I'm miserable again. I've had all this horrible stuff happen to me. I'm gonna get me another customer and get this Thrive stuff for free, and I'm gonna give this a chance this time. So it just went from there. And I'm not gonna say that like everything just fell perfectly into place. My body was a wreck, and I know we're not sharing about basically about Totally Thrive, but it worked its wonders on me. It took me about 10 weeks though, and in the meantime, we just started sharing with everybody we knew because we were having such great results. And that's when the ball started rolling. In April, we really took off, and we were having fun and doing calls, and a lot of people were just feeling the same as us and wanting to feel better. And I hit auto bonus in June 2016, and I can honestly say it just changed everything. Like it was just amazing. And Angel, another promoter, hit auto bonus the next month. Becky hit auto bonus in August, I think it was, of 2016. And then my sister came along because she saw my car that I went and bought in August. And Rosalind was the type of person that I couldn't get her to go to her church and ask any of her friends to buy donuts for a school fundraiser. So we always talk about this business being like self-development with a paycheck, and it really is. Like, it's just so fun. We've had the best time building a business and, knocking out debt Like, that's huge for me. My dream was to pay off credit card debt, have a debt-free Christmas, be able to go on little trips with my family without having to dig into the grocery money. And I could just keep prattling, Ashley.
It's great.
Where do you want me
Well,
to,
I
where do you
love
want me
that
to
you
talk now?
mentioned that about, Rosalind, because I think that's a big misconception that people have, is, well, Ashley, you're great on my video, or, Ashley, you knew a lot of people, or whatever, and the fact of the matter is, I have seen all walks of life, all types of personalities. I've seen all these types of people be successful in this business, especially in network marketing as a whole. And so sometimes I think we see people who are successful, and if we're not exactly that type of personality, we kind of use that as an excuse of, well, I can't be successful because I'm not so and so. So what would you say to someone, that would say that?
Well, I would say that was me, because, Brittany is the one that has helped me all along with my Thrive journey. But I look at her and think, we are so different. Like, she lights up the screen, and she'll probably watch this later. She does. She's so vibrant. She's so enthusiastic. And I'm just completely different. But I've had to realize that I'm me, and that's okay. And I have a whole circle of people who know me that I can help, just like she's helped me. And it really, I told you earlier before we started recording, our main thing, like the foundation, I feel like, of our business is the product that we have. Like, I don't care who you are, if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're older or younger, Thrive is for you, and it's going to help you. I feel like I feel like that for anybody. And I have so much faith in that and so much confidence. And I am just here to help people take it right and see what it will do for them. And then it just goes from there. And I've seen the most shy person have such a wonderful experience, and they're like, I've got to help somebody else. And that's a lot of times where our business starts in the first place.
Well, a lot of times people start as customers, because someone can thrive for free even as a customer. That's where I started. For those that don't know my story, it took me about 6 to 7 weeks to start thriving. Like, I was not what we call a day one thriver. But a lot of times that shift happens because we realize, hey, I can get 2 people and thrive for free as a customer, or I can hit one little button, still thrive for free as a promoter. But then if I got 2 more people to order, I could earn a pretty nice bonus and start earning, and get commission off of that. So that's kind of where it happened for me. Is I didn't plan on doing this business, guys. I had another insurance business. I was already working from home. So the whole thing of time freedom and set your own schedule, like, I already had that. So that wasn't a great, appeal to me. I was simply intrigued with the fact, hey, it's free to be a part of this business, and I'm saving on my Dr. Pepper budget at this point. But I shared it with a few people, and we hit auto bonus in 38 days. So I flipped to promoter August 21st of 2016, because I've been watching Stephanie, and I'm like, okay, she earned a car. I want a car. And so I flipped to promoter. Didn't even tell Justin I flipped to promoter. I do not recommend doing that. I'm not saying that's a good idea. I just did because I'm like, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm not gonna really do this business. I'm just gonna thrive for free, and he's gonna be happy that it's free, So but then 38 days later, so by end of September at that point, I mean, we had already had over $12,000 in volume. Again, that's team volume. I didn't have to sell $12,000, right? I had a couple other people, and the total, all of us together combined, was $12,000 in volume. And so, so I went and got, then it was a 2016, Cadillac SRX. I got the $800 bonus that very next month. I didn't have to hit auto bonus for 3 consecutive months, none of that. And I still have that car. I've got to, get a new one or something soon. So about at that 5-year mark. But so over 4 years, I've been getting an $800 auto bonus, for that vehicle. joyful. So I know
Mhm.
you have auto bonus. I know you're on your, I think, second vehicle, but as a stay-at-home mama, like, what has that done for you getting that auto bonus every month?
It's just been amazing. Like, we had a vehicle before, SUV. We paid $500 a month for it, and I remember driving down the road thinking, "Oh, our car payment's getting ready to come out. I so wish that we hadn't bought this thing."
Why
I
are we
would have
buying?
thoughts like that go through my mind because it's just like, oh my goodness, it costs, vehicles are so expensive, and that's like an average price, per month for one. And plus, I am a big Dave Ramsey fan. Like, I really do have so many dreams inside, but
Mhm.
most of them relate around having freedom and options. And
Yes.
that was one big thing that I wanted with this business, was just to have choices and to be able to like fight and scratch my way and help our family scratch our way off debt and things like that.
Mhm.
So it's just amazing to be able to, on the second Tuesday of every month,
Mhm.
we work hard and we're on our phones quite a bit, but having that $800 deposited in on, the second Tuesday of every month is just, it's just amazing. It's like Christmas every month. And I'm just so thankful for it. I truly am. I don't
Yes.
pin any roses on me. I have the most amazing team, and it's almost scary to think, I was just sitting here thinking this, how easy people, can let themselves down and quit trying.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I could choose tomorrow to just stop, but
Mhm.
I can't do that. I can't let myself down. I can't let my team down. And
Mhm.
we have the best time. And it's just truly just having your goals and dreams, believing in yourself. We have tasks that we do every day. And
Mhm.
even things like what we're doing right now, just getting on here and trying to let mamas know the real side of promoting.
Right.
It's just all a part of it. And I love it. And I love trying to help other people.
Well, and I think it comes down to, as well, it truly comes down to picking your heart.
Yes.
And that's why I learned very quickly that I was not a good employee. I
Me
was
either.
not cut out to be, and there's some people love that. And if you're that person that you are picking your heart and that's what you like, that's what you
Yeah.
thrive in, then absolutely, I'm not knocking the 8 to 5 at all if that's what you want
Mm-mm.
to do. However, for me, I was not cut out for that. And I wanted options. Yesterday, Chloe turned 5 years old. And we were, me and Justin and I were both able to take her on a Thursday, midweek, all day out to town. To a place called Newtopia, which is like this kid's, playground. I didn't have to ask off. I didn't have to now, but again, it's talking about picking your heart, but that meant I had to work longer on Wednesday, right? I
Mhm.
had to get things done. I had to get stuff off of my list, and I've got to work
Are you there?
because for me, I want the option of picking my heart
Mhm.
and being able to take my little girl to Newtopia on a Thursday. That's why I do this
Yes.
business.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. You took the words right out of my mouth because, you know, most things in life can be hard. And I still remember, I had decided to stay home when I had kids, no matter what. I remember thinking, we'll just live tight because I want to be here for my babies. And I remember being so tired and just like laying around on the couch, being on Facebook a lot throughout the day. I'll just be honest. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
was. And Colin would sit on me and we'd take naps and we'd eat. And I remember, thinking, I don't really like this, as far as like I want to be better. I want to be a better mom. I want to be energetic. I want to be getting
Mm-hmm.
all the things done. And this has just been such an answer for me. And I feel like, we all tend to put our best foot forward on Facebook, but I feel like most moms feel the same way. I mean, it's normal
Mm-hmm.
to be tired as a mom, and it's normal to be trying to play catch up a lot. And it's just so different now. Like, Thrive is just gave me such a pep in my step. Now, I won't lie and say
Absolutely.
that I never, feel tired and I don't ever have rough days or things like that, but it's just so, so much better,
Mm-hmm.
now.
Absolutely.
And even with promoting, it's got its rough days at times. It takes a lot of mental, stamina and to be
Mm-hmm.
strong, promoting, because some days are just like everybody's so excited and the team's blowing up, and other days you're getting these messages like, pretty down. But it truly is about picking your heart. I would much rather be
Mm-hmm.
doing what I'm doing and trying to play catch up on my house sometimes and have the option, to possibly be able to pay a house cleaner later on if I want to and things like that
Mm-hmm.
than to just be the way I was in the past. And debt free Christmases
Absolutely.
and trips and paying off credit card debt and not having to feel so stressed financially. Oh my goodness, it's been a huge answer to prayer because we were like that for years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not easy on your marriage when you're arguing about money either.
Right. Well, and the other thing, especially if you maybe I had worked even through college. I had worked two jobs during our summer breaks, on our spring breaks. I was working, I was used to working. Even at 16 years old, I was cleaning houses, doing my
Hmm.
schoolwork at night. I was
Hmm.
used to having that, honestly, that satisfaction or that fulfillment of setting a goal, accomplishing it, and just that fulfillment or just that sense of pride in a good way. And
Hmm.
sometimes as mamas, we lose that. Not that I
Yes.
think a job is any type of replacement to being a mom. That is the ultimate thing that you can do. But I wouldn't do that at the cost of putting Chloe in daycare or at the
Right.
cost of not being able to be with her when she, started walking and talking and all of that. I wouldn't do that. And
I
that's why I'm
know.
so thankful again for picking my heart because it gets crazy. All right. It gets crazy
Hmm.
town sometimes, but I don't have to miss those moments and I don't have to choose. Do I want to have those moments or do I want to have the satisfaction of having also building a business and having an income? And this network marketing, especially with technology and the internet and social selling, virtual selling, whatever you want to call it, you can
Hmm.
have the best of both worlds. Is it easy? Absolutely not. I'm not going to
No.
sit here and pretend that it is. But for me, I'm picking my hard and I would pick
Hmm.
this hard 10 times over again to have both, to be a mama and to be a very successful entrepreneur. And, again, pick your heart at the end of the day.
Absolutely. 100%. Like there's some days, my phone is blowing up and we all love that. And I've heard, some people mention, well, I just don't want to be on my phone all day. Well, I done told you where I was at before. I didn't feel like getting up and cleaning, so I would just be in the scroll hole on Facebook. And it was just rough. And I remember thinking, I don't like this. And now, even though, yes, I'm on my phone a lot, and learning how to balance that constantly. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes Claire, I'm sending messages or I'm helping a team member or something, and she's crying off to the side here, and I can hold her and work on those messages. I mean, some days
Absolutely.
it is super hard, but I would 100% rather be doing that than be having to go to work for 9 hours a day like I
Mm-hmm.
used to and answer to somebody else and have to fight for my days off and things like that because I went through all that and
Mm-hmm.
I this has been worth fighting for so very much. And
Absolutely.
our accounts go down to zero the first day of every month and we make that choice again. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's do this. Let's help somebody
Absolutely.
else. Let's be here for our teams. And it's just it's what you want. You have to decide what
Mm-hmm.
you want, and it has been 100% worth it. And I thank God for it.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk again. Another thing would be our trip. So I'm so excited about February. Like I am ready
Me
to
too.
get there. And man, as a stay-at-home mom, again, we get the auto bonus. But what is earning a trip like for you as a stay-at-home mom?
Oh, it's been the icing on the cake for sure. Like
Absolutely.
I remember thinking when I started, I'm not even thinking about that trip stuff. If I could just get that car, if I could just get that car and help our family with, financially, I ain't even worried about that. And then when I started being able to earn them, oh my goodness, it was
Yes.
just, it was just amazing. Punta Cana was it was our first getaway. And it was like a
Yes.
dream. It really was.
Yes.
I honestly, I'm looking forward to future trips because that first one, I don't know why, but it's almost like I was looking around like, what am I doing here? I don't fit
I'm
in,
waiting for that tap on the shoulder for them to tell me I'm in the wrong place. Like, you
yeah,
didn't pay for this. You're not supposed to be
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. It really was like a dream. It was just amazing. And it's so fun. Like those getaways, they truly do treat you like royalty. And
Yes.
everything is, most of the time our CEOs pick a place where we can go that's all inclusive, and
Hmm.
just walking in those restaurants and ordering like 2 steaks if you want, dessert, not having to pay for it. It's just so fun.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the
Well,
only
I
other
know
way I know to describe
you've
it.
had, some kiddos and different things, so you haven't, been able to go on as many trips. But I'm looking at my done it board because I have an accomplished board on my wall.
Yes.
But since thriving, I've been to Punta Cana, Toronto, Puerto Vallarta, Vegas, San Diego, Cabo, Punta Cana again, then the Colorado retreat, Jamaica, this February went to Riviera Maya. I'm probably not even saying that right. But anyway, someplace in
Hmm.
Mexico. And so that's 10 trips that I've actually not only earned, but been on. And then
Yeah.
we're earning for the trip in Cabo again to the Hard Rock Resort. I love the Hard Rock Resort. It's one of my favorite
Me
resorts
too.
that had never been to before being a vitamin dealer. So we are
Yep.
so excited for our trip in February. We normally go on 3 trips a year. So
Yep.
along with the auto bonus, along with another, perk, and it's super, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're super attainable. Like, I mean, when I see
They
the
are.
requirements, I'm like, seriously?
I
Like,
know.
and I feel like they made it even easier this year, even with the upgrade, things being a total QV versus individual orders. I mean, I've already gotten all of my trip requirements done
Hmm.
in the very first month. And so it's
Yep.
such a blessing, to
It
be able to
is.
be in cool places, but then again, be with like-minded people.
Hmm.
I think that's another thing,
It's like a breath
forget
of fresh air.
yes, aside from the vehicles, the trips, the income, the way we feel, man, I cannot put a price tag on being with people who get me. Because
Hmm.
sometimes in life, in church circles, just in life in general, like I've always kind of been different. Like
Hmm.
I've always dared to dream big. I've always
Hmm.
had crazy ambition. I've always been a go-getter. And a lot
Hmm.
of people were intimidated by that. And so sometimes we kind of feel like we need to lower ourselves or like
Hmm.
not be as crazy,
Hmm.
like dream quietly sometimes, but man, being with other people, I just think about, that scripture that talks about stirring up the gift that's within
Hmm.
us, and when you're with like-minded people, to me, that's what it does. It stirs up that drive and that ambition
Hmm.
even more. It's just stirring it up so I can come back home and be even more passionate and more of on a mission to bring more mamas home. And that's
Yes.
another thing I love it, about this business.
Yes.
All right, any closing thoughts before we can talk about this forever?
Yeah, we really could. Like you just said a bunch of stuff that made me want to talk for like 15 more minutes.
You know what? She has someone that helps her on Friday. So guys, I don't know. We may like do just a Friday like series, just Fun Fact Friday with Stephanie and Ashley. we, we may have to do that.
Yeah, that would be fun. I would just say, you know, not having to close right now if you're not ready, but if you have this dream or desire in you, and if you guys could just know the diversity within our company, like
Mm-hmm.
people from missionaries and pastors' wives
Mm-hmm.
all the way
Mm-hmm.
around the spectrum, like if you have that dream and desire, don't just push it off as you. What if God is planting it in your heart? Because I truly
Right.
believe He did that for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I just had to find the right product, the right company, and the integrity and everything built around our company and the product. It was just don't brush it off. Like don't be
Absolutely.
afraid to go after your dreams, because we teams within Lavelle may be different, but our team, we really do hold your hand. If you're willing to
Mm-hmm.
go after it, and you're teachable and you'll listen and you'll try and you'll push yourself to do scary things, like
Mm-hmm.
you can go so far. And I just can't stress
Absolutely.
that enough. Like I cannot stress it enough. I'm living proof, like I really am.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so thankful for it. And if you have a hard time feeling like maybe I think some people, especially in churches, deal with um kind of get the idea that money is bad. Money
Mm-hmm.
is not bad. You need to listen to
Absolutely.
Dave Ramsey, pray about it, read the
Mm-hmm.
scriptures about finances, and be willing to let yourself be a tool in the hands of God, because churches
Mm-hmm.
need money to function too. And when
Absolutely.
you can help your church financially, and not from a prideful way, but like when you can let yourself, I mean, I feel like all our money is God's, and I tell him that a lot. Like Dave Ramsey teaches that too. Everything I have is God's.
Mm-hmm.
So when you surrender that to him as well, you know, and stay in his will, um, it can be a wonderful thing for your family and friends and for
Absolutely.
your church and the people that you're involved with. And
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. And I would just really
Yes.
encourage you to dig in to your heart and what you want and what God has to say about money and things like that. He wants us to be
Absolutely.
financially free. I truly believe that.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, thank you guys so much. And again, if you want us to do, like a maybe not a weekly, but bi-weekly, episodes, just let us know. And I mean, we can do it. Okay.
Yep. This was fun.
It wasn't fun. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful
Bye,
day, and
y'all.
we'll talk to y'all later.